I'm I'm doing good as well. Thank you so much for asking. What's your name?
My name is MD Nasim Akram.
All right. And where are you from?
I'm from India.
All right. Wonderful. So my name is Hamna and I'm from Canada. It's very nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Same here.
All right. So tell me a little more about yourself.
About myself, I'm a student right now and I'm doing my study. I started pursuing my graduation this year and I'm doing BSc from mathematics.
Okay, you're studying mathematics in university?
Yeah, in university.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And what year of university are you in?
Yeah, it's a first year.
The first year of university. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
And why did you decide to join Cambly?
Well, I have seen a lot of videos of Cambly on YouTube. I saw a lot of good tutors are available on the Cambly. So I thought to have conversation with them, and I thought, I will get a chance to improve my English and improve my accent as well. So that's why I came here.
Okay. All right. So you're pretty new to Cambly right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be my second class on the Cambly app, and you are the second tutor to whom I'm talking.
Okay. I see. All right. So do you like Cambly so far?
Yeah, I like Cambly app, but I don't have much idea about this app actually. Till now, I have got subscription, but I don't have much idea.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions about Cambly or anything that's confusing?
Yeah, I mean, I do have question. Sometime when I want to talk with my favorite tutor, I become unable to, reserve them. Yeah, like,
Okay.
the tutor, the tutor is not available sometime. It happens. Yeah.
Yes. So I'll explain that to you. So what happens is that tutors might have a schedule for maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. And if other students book all the classes in that schedule, then they become unavailable for reservations.
Yeah, that might be
That's,
possible.
yes, I
Yeah.
think that's exactly what's happening. Or sometimes a tutor might be talking to another student and they can't pick up your call at that time.
Oh,
So that might be the case. So the best thing to do is book your class through a reservation ahead of time, maybe a
yeah.
week. Uh, I have my classes a week in advance. So if you go into my schedule, you can check a week after if I have some classes available. Then you can book those, and then you will be sure that those 15 minutes of the class will be yours only.
Yeah, and ma'am, I don't get the topic about which I can discuss before the session. Right now, I'm talking to you, and there is a holidays and vacation. I believe that it would have been more better if I could get this topic before I'm talking to you.
Yes. So right now, this is actually the IELTS practice. So if someone wants to give the IELTS test, this is a good way to practice how the test works. So if you just want to have a general conversation, it would be better to try the conversation topics on Cambly. All right. Those would probably be better. And I think you might be able to go into your reservations and check this lesson before you start your class. I think that is possible, most likely.
Oh, maybe I don't have idea. That's why.
All right. So, yes. So, if you go to the profile and you
Yeah.
check, you might be able to open up all the topics and see what class you have next or what topic you have next. If not, if you can't find out how that works, just message the tutor that you have a class with, maybe a day before, and ask them, what is my next class about? The tutors can usually see what lessons you have for the next day,
Oh,
but you have to sign up for a specific course first. Right now, you're signed up for the IELTS speaking part one. you will probably have to sign up for the intermediate conversation topics, or I think maybe advanced conversation topics for you. All right.
All right, I got it.
Okay. Perfect. Any other questions?
No, I don't have any other question regarding this app. I'm done.
Okay. All right. So if you have anything in mind, any other questions, you can always message me and ask. That's fine too.
Yeah,
All
I will
right.
definitely do that.
Yes, for sure. All right. So tell me about your studies. So you're studying mathematics. Um, what are you planning on doing after you're done your studies?
Well, after I complete my graduation, what next I can do?
Yes, exactly.
Well, after that, I will prepare for the job, civil service like that.
Okay, you're planning on going into civil service?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Okay, I see. And I've heard that the exam for the civil service is really tough, isn't it?
Yeah, in India it's really tough because
Yeah.
huge population, huge competition. In India it's really tough
Yes.
to crack civil service examination. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
it might not be that tough in other country like America or rest of the country, but in India it's really tough because we have huge population. So more
Mm-hmm.
population, more competition like that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I think I've had maybe at least 4 or 5 students on Cambly. I think around the same age as you, and they were also trying to give their civil service exam, and they were just struggling so much to study for it, to improve their English for it as well. One of them actually got rejected in their interview because his English wasn't so good. So then he came back to
Yeah.
Cambly and he was practicing his English so he could give a better interview.
Yeah, because in India we have to face competition since from the 12th standard, okay? Because when we are
Yeah.
in 12th standard, we have to appear the exams like a JEE Mains, JEE Advanced, and NEET examination. Like someone wants to go for engineering, then he or she has to appear for the JEE Mains and Advanced examination. That is really one of the toughest exam of the world, you can say that.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have to face competition right from the 12th standard. It happens
Yeah,
in India. Yeah.
exactly. The competition for education, getting into universities, all of that is very, very tough, especially in the government setup. It's very, very
Yeah,
tough. In private schools, it's easier, obviously, but in the government school, it's very difficult, for
yeah.
sure.
Everyone wants to have a seat in the government, colleges because it has high value. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why.
Exactly. Plus, I think the tuition is not so much as well, right?
Sorry?
Like the tuition, the money that you pay for studying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like in case of government college, you don't have to pay a huge amount of money, and with that, you will also get high quality of education. And there would be the degree you will get after studying in government college will be more valuable.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, are you studying in a government university or is it a private university?
I'm studying in a government university right now.
Oh, okay, I see. All right. And so, was it really tough to get into the university as well?
Well, for me, it wasn't tough because I got admission on the basis of my mark sheet in the 12th standard, and it was really nice. So because of that, I did not
Okay.
have to hunt for the admission, and I got it
Okay.
easily.
Okay, that's really good. I'm glad that you were actually in the, safe zone. A lot of students, I think, are like struggling with like point 0.5, point 0.4 marks just to get admissions. And when the admissions are happening based on merit, those are very
Yeah.
tough as well. So, yes. So, where are you right now? What city are you in?
I'm residing in Bihar. It's one of the state of India, and for my study, I basically live in Patna. It's the capital of my state. Like I live in Bihar, and Patna is the capital of my state. So
Okay.
for my study purpose, because Patna is a city, so for my study purpose, I basically reside in Patna. But right now, because of lockdown and pandemic, I am residing in my home and spending time with my family.
Okay, awesome. So, are your the university education, is it still continuing online?
Yeah, it's happening online.
Okay, I see. And how far away is your university from your hometown?
Well, if I go on kilometers, it would be more than 100 kilometers.
Okay, so how long does it usually take according to time?
Yeah, when I travel to bus, it takes 3 hours. Yeah.
Okay, 3 hours. It's not so bad. 3 hours, it's not so bad. Usually people take days to get to their hometowns. So
No,
you're lucky
in my
that
case,
it's three.
in my case, it's not like that.
Really, the bus ride is really tough.
Yeah, but still my home is not so far away from my college, but still I come back to my home after 1 year or after half of an year, like that.
Okay, I got it. So
Yeah.
do you live in a hostel?
Yeah, I live in a hostel.
Okay, and do you like the environment of the hostel? Usually hostels aren't so good.
I mean, who likes the hostel of environment? No one likes that because what I
Some
get in the
some
home,
students
I can't
do.
get there.
Some
Maybe, but
students really like the hostel because they have freedom. Others don't like it because there's no peace and quiet, right?
yeah, I mean, because right from my childhood, I have not been residing in hostel. My school was just a few hundred meters away from my home, so I have never
Okay.
lived in the hostel. But for
Yeah.
studying in university, I have been residing in a hostel, so it's really tough because the life I got in my past, I'm not getting that nowadays. Because
Oh,
I'm
of
gonna reside in
course.
a hostel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That is
yeah,
very difficult. Yeah.
yeah, and also I'm not addicted to this kind of life, residing away from the parents and family. It's really tough to me because it's happening with me for the first time.
Yes, of course. It's really tough in the beginning, but I think
Yeah,
eventually you get used to it. And then
yeah,
afterwards you'll probably miss living in the hostel.
yeah,
I think so. I think some of the main things that you miss, like, having your family there, the peace and quiet, the food, all of that seems really bad in the beginning. But then you realize you have no other option, so then you just have to adjust.
yeah. I mean, sometime in hostel life you have to close the eyes and then start eating food like that.
Yes. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've lived in a hostel too, so I know how it feels.
Yeah,
So it's pretty tough. Sometimes you just have to starve yourself, not eat. That happens too. It depends
yeah,
on the day, so
yeah,
it's fine. You adjust to it. You realize that your education is more important than these things sometimes. So then
yeah.
you can
like
adjust.
when I'm at my home now, I don't ever forget to have my breakfast. I never forget that. But when I'm
Yeah.
at my hostel, I always forget my dinner
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
I know that it's not going to be a good dinner, so I just avoid eating most of the
Yeah,
time.
I agree. Actually, there isn't even like a 3 meals a day kind of situation. You just eat
Hmm.
whatever you can eat in a day, and then that is your
Yeah,
breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, everything at
yeah,
once.
yeah, yeah,
So that's the case. But it when it's done, then you'll be glad that you got to see that environment as well. So it makes you learn a lot of things, a lot of new things in
yeah,
life too, for
yeah,
sure. So I hope it's a good experience once you go back, once the lockdown is over. So then you can actually enjoy your university and the hostel life as well. All
yeah.
right.
And residing in hostel, it also teaches us how to independence. Every time we reside with the family and we give our problem to our parents so that they can solve it. But when we
Yeah,
reside in hostel, we get a chance to deal with our problem by ourselves.
exactly. You're absolutely right. Very true.